Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are unlocking the absolute secrets to writing an epic holiday review. And we're tailoring this specifically for a 6th grade masterclass. Whether you're reviewing a wild weekend camping trip or just a cozy backyard staycation, we're going to borrow tricks from professional travel critics, and actually, even corporate lawyers, to make your writing totally pop.
Okay, let's look at our roadmap for today. We've got 1. The rules of clear writing. 2. Structure, best for, and downside. 3. Engaging your 5 senses. And 4. Honesty in food and activities. Let's jump right in.
All right, Section 1, the rules of clear writing.
So, step 1 for your review is simple. Use categories and define your tricky terms. You know, a giant block of text is super intimidating to look at, but if you slice your trip into bite-sized pieces, it makes it incredibly easy for your audience to read.
Just think about how the Good Money Guide handles something as famously complicated as travel insurance. They make it so simple by acting like a teacher grading a test. They use clear categories, things like pricing, cover, claims, and customer service, and they give each one a score out of 5. For your holiday review, you should do exactly this. Try grading categories like the food, the room, and the activities.
And get this, even boring legal documents use this trick. In this employee relations guide, they explicitly define terms like Euroleave, stating clearly that it's the 4 weeks of holiday from the EU Working Time Directive. They don't just assume you know what that means. So, if you use a cool local word you learned on your trip, define it right away so your reader isn't left in the dark.
Moving right along to Section 2, structure using best for and downside.
Step 2 is all about structuring for your audience. You've got to organize your paragraphs using clever headings instead of just building a giant wall of text. You want your reader to instantly know if this particular holiday is right for them.
Take a look at this popular Reddit review breaking down Cancun all-inclusive resorts. It's a perfect example of this structure in action. The reviewer wanted to help people who get totally confused by how similar all these resorts look online. So they used these incredibly clear headers, best for and downside. For instance, they noted one resort was best for families with kids who want nonstop activities, but then they listed the downside as being very kid-heavy and loud. For a totally different resort, the downside was that it was very calm and laid back, which means if you want loud nightlife, well, it's definitely not for you. When you write your review, explicitly tell your reader who this trip is best for and what the biggest downside was.
Okay, Section 3, engaging your 5 senses.
Step 3 is where your writing truly jumps off the page. Add your senses: sight, smell, sound, taste, touch. You must use descriptive words that capture exactly what you experienced. Just saying the beach was nice makes your reader feel absolutely nothing. But describing the crunch of the hot sand, the smell of the salty air, and the loud sound of the crashing waves, that literally transports them there.
To see how the absolute pros do this, we're going to look at a real tourism workshop from Finland. The professionals organizing the Northern Savonia region literally use the 5 senses to define their whole vibe. They ask, what textures do you touch? What are the sounds of nature versus the city? What are the local tastes? They use this to build a full 3D experience.
So before you write, you literally have to brainstorm specific sensory details. When those Finnish experts mapped out the smells or tuksuja of their region, they didn't just write down good smells. No way. They tracked down specific things like fresh bread, a smoked sauna, and the scent of the pure forest air. Ask yourself, what exactly did your hotel lobby smell like? What did the forest trail smell like? You need to be that specific.
Next up, they brainstormed the soundscape, or äänimaisema. Think about your own trip. Was it the dead quiet of a deep forest, the loud splash of a crowded pool, or maybe just the wind rustling in the birch trees? Capturing that audio paints an incredibly vivid picture for your audience.
And please, whatever you do, don't forget taste. Jot down the specific local foods you tried. Instead of just saying the food was yummy, list things out. Like here, they mapped out local Finnish specialties like rye bread and fresh berries. When you write your review, name the exact dishes you ate. Was the pizza crust completely burnt? Was the ice cream melting down your hand in the sun? Use those exact details.
Finally, we hit Section 4, honesty in food and activities.
Step 4 is my favorite. Be brutally honest. Seriously, the best writers don't just say something was nice or bad. They give vivid, totally unfiltered descriptions. Your readers want to know if something is actually worth their precious time.
One fantastic way to show this kind of honesty is using a showdown format. This is inspired by reviewer Jen Ryland's holiday movie blogs, where she literally pits two different movies against each other, side by side to highlight the pros and cons. You can totally do this in your holiday review. Pit two different vacation days, maybe two different activities, or two meals against each other in an epic showdown to highlight what truly stood out as a winner and what felt like a total loser.
Let's look at how YouTube travel reviewers Cruise with Ben and David master the art of the honest review, starting with a huge positive. When reporting on a Disney cruise, they didn't just say, "We liked it." Look at how they described it. They blended specific smells with a deep emotion. They said, "It smells like cookies and sea salt and childhood happiness." It's such a memorable sentence that tells the reader the exact vibe of the ship.
But on the flip side, when those same reviewers had a luxury dining experience on a Cunard ship that just totally fell short, they didn't hold back. They impartially reported their disappointment using vivid, relatable comparisons. They didn't just write the food was bad. They noted that despite having to wear a full tuxedo, the dinner tastes like a microwave meal, calling the whole experience fake posh. I mean, imagine paying for luxury and feeling like you got a microwave meal. They called out cheap ingredients, bland flavors, and sandwiches that were completely dry at the edges. Now that is the level of brutal, descriptive honesty your readers are looking for.
And they apply that exact same honesty to the ship's activities. Rather than just saying the entertainment was boring, they explained exactly why it felt dull to them, describing the experience as listening to a harpist in silence for 2 hours. It paints the hilariously stiff, stuffy picture, right? It lets the audience know immediately if that's an activity they would personally enjoy or completely avoid. Be that descriptive when you critique the activities on your holiday.
So there you have it, your ultimate writer's toolbox. Step 1, use crisp categories. Step 2, use best for and downside headers. Step 3, map out your 5 senses. And step 4, be brutally, vividly honest. You've seen exactly how the pros do it, from legal guides to YouTube stars. Now the power is completely yours. So what wildly epic destination are you going to review next?